Hello and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. From today we're going to take a look at three beers that are not Japanese but which are widely available in Japan because the brewery has a tie-up with Kirin, one of the four major Japanese beer brewers. They have a distribution tie-up with them, and that brewery is Brooklyn Brewery, and we're going to take a look at three beers from them. I have reviewed in the past Brooklyn Summer Ale, and I'm going to make a playlist, and you can find that in that playlist. So if you're interested in that, go take a look at the Summer Ale from Brooklyn. The ones we're going to review today and next time will be Brooklyn Lager and Brooklyn Defender IPA, and then Brooklyn Sorachi Ace Saison. We'll take a look at each of those three beers. Brooklyn Brewery started in 1987. The first batch of beer, Brooklyn Lager, came out in 1988. It was started by a former AP foreign correspondent named Steve Hindy and his partner, and they got investors and got going. And so in 1998 they brought out their first batch of Brooklyn Lager, and it became quite popular very early on. They developed into a bigger brewery, and then acquired a brewer named Garrett Oliver, who was a quite accomplished home brewer, and he became brewmaster in 1996 and developed a number of their main beers for them. Garrett Oliver is also very well known as the editor of the Brewmaster's Table, a book about food pairing and cooking with beer. And he's also the editor of the Oxford Companion to Beer, which is kind of like a mini encyclopedia of beer. So he's very well respected in the craft beer community. He became brewmaster in 1996 at Brooklyn. And some other notable beers that they make, of course, are Black Chocolate Stout, wonderful stout, and Black Ops, which is a barrel-aged imperial stout, an absolutely wonderful beer. They came out with that in 2007. It's an annual. And in 2014, Garrett Oliver was the first brewer ever to be awarded a James Beard Award, and that was for outstanding service in drinks, and so he's quite an accomplished guy, and he is still with Brooklyn. Brooklyn sold 24.5% to Kirin, and so they are the beneficiaries of Kirin's distribution muscle in Japan, and so you can find their beers quite easily now. And so let's take a look at three beers from Brooklyn Brewery. And actually Brooklyn, we think of Colorado, the Northwest, or San Diego as beer towns now, of course. At one point, Brooklyn, just the brewer of Brooklyn, was responsible for producing 10% of all the beer that was made in the United States. This was in the 1800s, of course, Walt Whitman time, I guess, or shortly thereafter. Quite a heritage to live up to, and I think Brooklyn Brewery does a good job of that. Okay. Okay, and now we have our second of the three Brooklyn beers we're going to look at in this series. And it's this one. It's called Brooklyn Defender IPA. And I was not really familiar with this one before. It's just come back into Japan recently, and I had never had it. I had one bottle of it and was not terribly impressed. I'm not sure if it's a condition of the beer. This should not be too old, though. Any case, this is a 5.5% IBU, 50 international bittering units, so it should be quite bitter. On RateBeer, this one has 433 ratings. This is a sort of a newer beer, I guess, for them. And 3.3 score out of 5, 54 for all beers on RateBeer, and 42 for its style IPA, which is, of course, this is the most popular style on RateBeer, and so we got a lot of competitors there for that. On Untapped, this one has 107,000 ratings, 1,159, and a average rating of 3.47, so a touch higher. And this is supposedly the official beer of New York Comic Con. Hence, I don't know the connection, but Defender, of course, sounds like a superhero sort of thing. It's a golden IPA. It used to be a seasonal, and apparently every year it had a slightly different recipe and different alcohol level as well. But from 2018, it's become one single recipe and year-round beer. So it's not limited, it's not seasonal at all anymore. Okay, let's give this one a go. I'm not sure what they mean by golden IPA, except for the color. It is absolutely crystal clear. You can look right through this and see yourself on the other side, or see somebody on the other side. It has this one beautiful, actually two, single stream of carbonation rising. Quite amazing. And let's try the aroma. Ooh. Okay, this has got some tropical fruit. I'm not sure what the hops are in this, but definitely it's got some tropical notes in it. Yeah, definitely pretty pungent, actually. 50 IBUs. That's pretty heavy. Heavy 5.5%. Okay, yeah. This is edging towards kind of a New England or hazy IPA. It's certainly in the nose and in the flavor, if not in the appearance. It's crystal clear, but it does have the very, very heavy, fruity, almost maybe mango-ish, pineapple-ish, sort of hops. So yeah, it really comes along in the fruit department for sure. It's pleasant, not overbearing in that sense at all. Yeah. Caramel or whatever malt is kind of hidden here. Yeah, very thin-bodied. The hops are just basically the show here for sure. So the hops are defending the territory. The malt is somewhere out back. Yeah, interesting beer. Kind of stinky. Okay, yeah, this overripe tropical fruit sort of note. Yeah, again, it does seem kind of New England-ish, and but without the haze. So, all right, if you've never had this, maybe go out and give it a try and see what you think. It's called Brooklyn Defender IPA, 5.5%, 50 IBU from Brooklyn Brewery in the United States. Okay, that's it for today. We'll look at one more Brooklyn beer in our next video, and that one has a connection to Japan. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.